So what is going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. If we have not yet met, my name is Peter Roberts. A little after 9 p.m. tuning in here. Just wanted to flip this camera on here and just share with you guys a little bit of the sales journey and more importantly, one of the most valuable sales lessons and closing lessons that I learned today. A customer called me. I sold her a $3,100 job about 4 days ago and she said, "Hey, Peter, I really appreciate you coming out here. I trusted that you were going to do a great job, but I just can't work with you anymore." And I just thought to myself, damn, in this moment when I was on the phone with her, I told myself, I have to rescue this sale. What can I do to pull this together? So I'm going to share with you guys why and what I learned about this conversation that helped me still close this deal. How I went from not making any money on this job to still rescuing this $3,100 job. So what I want to share with you guys is the most important thing that I've learned through this conversation, through sales, and more importantly, when someone cancels some type of service, either if you're selling them a product or some type of service and they call you and say, "Hey, we don't want this service or product anymore." Now, guess what? You did not clearly communicate as a salesman or a saleswoman how you were going to solve their problem. Now, when she's calling me, I realized that she knew that we could solve her problem. There's an obvious problem. There's trees on her fence. There's trees in her yard. She needs someone to help rescue this problem. And I thought to myself, she knows I can solve this problem, and I'd be clearly identifying how you can solve this problem, there has to be other issues. Either she's scared about something, she doesn't think that we're going to do a good job, that she can't afford this, that her husband or whoever she's with doesn't think that she wants to work with us. What is the issue? What I learned in the whole sales process and what has helped me rescue this job was to probe and not running away from the questions that we all want to ask. The truth about sales is that if you want to close more sales job, make more money selling, and go out there and actually lead a sales team or go out there and sell a lot of jobs, is that you lead on the forefront of questions. The more questions you ask, the more information you get, and then with that information, you're able to process and go ahead and make the next decision. So as I'm on the phone with her, she says, "Hey, Peter, we can't do this job. $3,100. Thank you so much for your time. I really look forward to doing business with you. These trees are just going to have to sit on my property." And I said, "Hey, Miss Carrie, what is the issue? Like, is it a finance thing? Like, can you not afford it? What can we do to make this happen? The truth is, we want to earn your business. I know that I'll take great care of you. But what are you struggling with? We know that you need to solve this problem. Did I do a bad job communicating how we could solve this problem?" I said, "Hey, no, Peter. You did a great job. I trusted that you could solve this problem. But the truth is, right now, a little old, I'm retired. I just don't have the income, the $3,100 to go ahead and complete this job. I want you to do it. I need someone to do it, but I can't afford it right now." Now, what most people might do and what I might have done earlier in my life is say, "Hey, I have to understand my value, that I'm going to go ahead and just find the next customer." But I truly and genuinely wanted to help her. And I said, "Hey, what I'll do for you is, guess what? Those trees are not going to move themselves. I know that I'll take great care of you. How about this? If we can set up a payment plan, would you be interested in still going ahead and doing this job for $3,100? What happens if we build you $700 for the next 6 to 7 months, and then we cut yourself up, and then you just go ahead and pay us throughout the months? Would that work well for you?" I said, "Hey, Peter, that works great for me. I'm getting a certain amount of money every month for my pension plan. I'm on a fixed income. Can we go ahead and still do the work?" I said, "Of course we can. I'll be there tomorrow. We'll get that tree off, and guess what? We'll still do the job for $3,100. How does that sound? Fair enough?" She said, "Yes, that sounds great." Now, the reason I share with you guys this story is because you need to probe, you need to ask, you need to go out there and just understand what is the reason why this person does not want to do work with you. And as a salesman, as someone who's trying to grow their business, as someone who's trying to make more money and solve more problems, you have to get to the root of the problems. Everyone has an issue. It's not always the money. Sometimes it's people who don't trust you. Sometimes people don't think you can actually fulfill this business or fulfill this product. And you have to get down to the root. So what I want to share with you guys is, do not run for those difficult questions. Do not run from those things that you know that you're scared to ask. Be upfront with the customer. Be genuine and figure out what the real reason is. And lastly, I want to share with you guys the most important thing about closing the sale. If you go to meet with a prospect, whether if you're selling life insurance, if you're selling plumbing services, a lawn mowing service, or tree removal services in my case, if you leave their property or you leave wherever you're going and they do not sign on that dotted line, they do not say, "I'm going to give you this check for your services," well, guess what? And you did not close this deal. Well, the truth is, the only person to blame is yourself, because you did not clearly and effectively communicate how you could solve their problem. Even though you might be the most expensive, you have to ask the questions. What can you afford? What is your budget? When do you expect to get this done? What do you expect from us? If we did this and we did everything you talked about, would you go ahead and do business with us? These are the questions that you need to communicate. These are the questions that you need to get down to. The nitty-gritty questions that I used to run from. The price was the biggest thing I used to be so afraid of. And once you understand how to clearly clearly communicate how you can sell yourself, how you can sell your business, how you can sell the work, on how your team is going to complete and fulfill this order, well, guess what? You can solve a lot of problems. You can help a lot of people, and you can make a lot of money. But the truth is, you had to ask those boring, hard questions. And what I showed you guys is that if someone eventually calls you and says, hey, Peter, or whoever you are, hey, we can't do business with you because of this, ask them why, find the problem, and try to fix that issue, and go ahead and resell them and close them. Be hardy on the phone. Don't take no for an answer. Close more deals, get to the root of the problems, and solve more problems, and go out there and make more money. Love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Sorry about the little bit of a delay here. I'm just super tired, but I just had this thought here, late night thought, that we all know how to sell. We all know how to go out there and close. But when someone wants to run on you, when someone doesn't want to go ahead and do business with you, there's a real reason why. You need to find out what that why is, and you need to fix that problem, and you need to continue to not take no for an answer until someone says, hey, Peter, we really don't want you anymore. Then you run, and then you close, and then you make more money, and you find another prospect, and they'll say yes, and then you get on this momentum, and then you start getting into this flow state, and then you can close anyone, and then you're so confident on the phone, that you're so confident in person, you're so confident and so convicted about your sales team and yourself and your sales product and whatever you're selling, that you'll continue to close more deals. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if this helped. Love you guys. Peace.